Alright, let's just continue with the live stream and finish up with the last exercise for today, which is exercise 29. Set up the pick denial processing. The basic example we have is sometimes material is not in a bin in the expected quantity. When the picker wants to pick but cannot find enough material, they enter the exception code to trigger a reaction from the system. Alright. So in our case, reaction should be that the bin is blocked and the system create a new warehouse task for the missing quantity from another bin. Interesting. It means there could be there was something missing or data or something in the bin, and therefore the material is not in an expected quantity. I think even though it could happen a lot in reality. Sometimes it would be some mismatch data, and therefore there's always someone to do the inventory and or material counting in the warehouse. And of course, if the system say 200, but in the end, when in reality when doing the picking, we have only 180, and the customer require 190, that could cause an issue, and therefore we need unplug from the search bin and create a new warehouse task. First task we are going to do is configure the EWM, the pick denial. We need to check the exception code BIDP, which is a partial pick denial. When this exception is entered, the system creates a new warehouse task if another bin can be found. Block the bin with the missing quantity for picking. To do so, enter the additional follow-on action for the status management in the business context, confirm warehouse task, stock removal, and the step 5, the block the picking should be set. Use the following data. So we have the STM action ID, which is 03, BTR end, BI07, start proof, search bin, and user status. I don't know what this is, but this is the value E003. We will check it later. Then next they are going to test the pick denial process by creating a sales order, delivery, and warehouse task, and confirm the warehouse order. During the confirmation of the warehouse order with mobile device, you will enter the reduced quantity and an exception code. Alright, interesting. So after the outbound delivery distributed to warehouse, we can find it, and we need also to create the warehouse task to see directly the source search bin, and we need to document the actual quantity of the material in the bin that was not found for the warehouse task you created, and the status of bin. Check if the bin is blocked, and we use RF and the resource good received to confirm the warehouse order. Select the warehouse order manually, create and pick HU with the packaging material. When entering the source quantity, entering the quantity 80 and the exception code PIDP. Confirm the second warehouse task, pick step, and confirm the destination bin for HU. To document the quantity in the original source bin and the status of the bin. Check the bin is blocked. Alright, interesting. Let's see if we have any useful theory for this particular process within configure exception handling. So in everyday operations of the warehouse, things can go wrong. For example, picker cannot find all the material they need to pick in a bin. The scanner, which is a part of MFS, cannot read an HU label. A bin that is supposed to be empty is not. When putting away a pallet, less material on the pallet than there should be okay. Whenever an exceptional situation arises in the warehouse, an exception code is needed to describe in the system what the reason or cause for the exception is and trigger the action. Such an action can be highly automated. For example, delivery can be changed on physical inventory document created, or very basic, someone is informed that the exceptional situation occurred. And therefore, exception codes exist inside EWM, and is based on the business context with the execution step. which will then have different scenario. For example, internal process code delivery adjustment, workflow, status management, and alert. Some example of it is PIDP, which is the one that we are going to do today, which is a partial pick denial. The user cannot find the required quantity in the bin, and then the system try to trigger a new warehouse task to pick the missing quantity from another bin. And additionally, you can set up a system to trigger a workflow so someone is informed about the situation, plug the bin of a pick, put away in picking, and create a physical inventory document. Alright, and of course we have order as well, the full pick denial, different charges for inbound delivery, different as charges for warehouse, and so on. Alright, let's move on to the exercise. I don't know how we can actually do this, so let's open up the documentation and have the topic 23. Pick denial. Partial. So step 1 that we're going to do right now is to exception code. Check the exception code, PIDP. Where to check this is an interesting question because I don't know, but we will find out. Let's see, I think it will be in the backend SPRO, and I will search for extended warehouse management. Should probably in the good issue process and pick denial. Activate pick denial at warehouse number level. Specify pick denial at warehouse process type level. Assign internal exception code to external code. Okay. What about the pick denial? Activate pick denial. Yeah, probably I need to first enable this step, right? Do I need this? Maybe just open up a new one. And I'm going to copy it there, which is enable pick denial. Probably step 1, I think. I'm not sure, but where do we find the transaction? Yes, this is activate pick denial as warehouse number level. Do it here and save it there. Step 2, check exception code. Specify pick denial. Alright, here I have a warehouse process type, warehouse number, pick denial control. Alright, so not the thing that I'm looking for here. So this should be in another one, which is the exceptional code. Let's check the final transaction. So here we can assign something. Yeah, I probably need to resort to the solution for this for the first exercise, to be honest, or even the whole exercise. So let's walk through it together and we document it together. So it is under the cross-processing settings, exception handling, define exceptional code. Alright, and I expect you should not be able to find in the good issue process, but under the cross-process settings and exception handling, define exception codes. Alright. So I probably need to delete the first step since it's not really relevant. And wow, my system is getting hot and it's slow, really slow. Yeah, probably we need to call it a day, but yeah, let's finish the last topic together. I need to check something, right? The STM action ID is 03. Exception code. So I really don't find this exception code 03. What does this mean? Check the solution together. Enter the warehouse, choose continue, choose the line with the exception code PI PDP. Okay. Alright, then the warehouse exception code is BIDP. Partial pick denial. Define exception code. I have here the confirm warehouse task. Step 05. Confirm warehouse task. TIM, right? Or TPI. Stock removal. Internal movement. Alright. Maintain process parameters. I have this process code. Difference to unsourced bin. Alright, let's select follow-on action in the status management. Let's see what we have there. No entries found. Do we need to create one? Yeah, choose new entries. And we need to create these new entries. Alright. STM action ID, what is this? Just create status change, source storage bin. PT trend is BI07. Which is block for stock removal, and start proof, which is search bin state, and status profile is E003, block for removal. Alright, so it means that it will not be used for any stock removal, but maybe for put away when we have received some new material and want to put there. Alright, so this is the whole thing that we have seen here. Check the exception code and create one. Step 2, what I'm going to do right now is save this step and follow on with the exercise. Test the pick denial process by creating a new sales order. Right, I think for this we don't need solution, and I will go back to NVA01. Sales order should be OR. The customer seems to be the same. Purchase order reference, good receive 1863. The material is TEW1418, and we have 100 pieces. So I'm going to save this and probably also create an outbound delivery order. Alright. And this is my outbound delivery number. And we are going to search for this in EWM or Warehouse Management Monitor. in outbound delivery order, search for the logistic execution delivery, and here we are. What we are going to do now is probably still going to create the warehouse task, and we check the source storage bin. Alright, so I think here when we create the warehouse task in the background, select the button warehouse order, document the number of the warehouse order in the notepad, and select the warehouse task in the upper right, and document the search bin. It means that we create warehouse task but not save it from this particular step. Alright, I can do it. So let me go to follow on and create warehouse task. So checking the details from the item. Stock can be moved. I think they could be moved from a lot of things. I'm not sure if in the status line you should get one warehouse task created for one warehouse request. Select the button warehouse order. Yeah, here I have my outbound delivery order, and I don't have any warehouse order for now if I don't save it, right? I do see that I have and stock can be removed from this particular storage bin, but I don't have any pick denial for now, so I'm a little bit curious. Create the warehouse task in the background. Alright, so I'm coming back again. Not sure if any warehouse task has been created for this. I think already, and this is my warehouse order. Alright, so this is the warehouse order that we have created. Okay. Yeah, I think all the steps we remember it. We don't need any solution for that. So let's move to step 3, where we actually record the actual quantity of the material in the source bin that was found in the warehouse task we created, and the status of the bin. Check if the bin is blocked. So we need to go to stock and bin, double click on physical stock. Right, so I come back once, go to stock and bin, physical stock, and for this I'm going to select the product E1418 and execute this. The search bin from the last step we saw is the 20030101, right? Yeah, 20030101 is my source bin. So we need to record the actual quantity in the source bin. So now you see here I have 100 pieces in the physical stock for this material. This is before, and probably after this we will need to select this and probably update this, right? And update this, I don't know. Determine whether there's any clock set, choose byte to return. Alright, so we use RF and the resource good receive 18 to confirm the warehouse order. Select the warehouse order manually. Create and pick HU with the packaging material. When entering the source quantity, enter the quantity of 80 and exception code BIDP. Confirm the second warehouse task pick step. Alright, so I think here in particular I don't have any block set for the search bin, as you can see here. I don't know where's the block or whatsoever related to this one, but for now I think everything seems normal, right? What I'm going to do now is follow up with the warehouse management, and we probably need to go to execution and log on to the RF environment, and warehouse number and resource is this one. Choose 02 manual selection by warehouse type, right? Probably need to document all this step. Okay, I'm going to document all the steps. Manual selection by warehouse order, select by WO. Okay, here I'm going to add a new text box is 02 manual selection, and here select by warehouse task and warehouse order. And the warehouse order we have from the previous step. Oh my god, I forgot that. Just let me open up a new one, and we go to management, outbound document, outbound delivery order, and here we are, logistic execution delivery. This should be the outbound delivery order we have just created today. And checking the warehouse order for this one. This should be the number. Let me copy this first and I come back there. In this tab, click on enter, and enter twice. All right. What do we do now? The packaging material is PKE090, and choose F2 to create a handling unit. All right. Handling unit creation. Yeah, a lot of steps, so I want to properly maintain all this. Packaging material PKE090 is not defined. Alright, let me change the deficit. Alright, so something has just got created afterwards. Perfect. So the next step we are going to do is probably press F4 to start the picking process. Alright. Then press F4. Okay. F4. What we have here, the source bin, the product. This is like probably a visualization when we have a radio frequency, which is more or less a scanner, where we have a mobile device with a scanner. We scan all the warehouse order. We keep the warehouse number order in manually, and we do the picking, and here it shows us this is a source bin where we pick the material from. And what do we do now? Note that the confirm means that you enter the name of source bin in open field. There's no source handling unit, so there's nothing to confirm. Okay. Confirm the product and press enter. And the actual quantity we have here is 80. Yeah. So this is something I add manually myself. I'm going to add them here. Add the actual quantity manually. Alright. And what we are going to do now is confirm properly. So the system displays an error and requires you to enter an exceptional code. Okay. I just click on enter right now. Enter the exceptional code for reporting difference. Enter. Where do I put it? Click on the lower right white field. In the code field, enter PIDP. Oof, I'm not sure what is this then. Actual quantity 80. Right, and what is this? Can I come back once? No, I can't come back from this. This is really bad. I don't even know what to put in here. Probably I need to do it once again. This is really bad design with this radio frequency in EWM. I'm not an expert, so I don't really like how it works right now for me, so let's just do it one more time. Quickly from scratch and go to execution, radio frequency, click on enter, packaging material, create warehouse, and click on next. Actual quantity is 80. Entering abstraction code, so I'm giving here PIDP. Okay, so it has to be there. Okay, the thing is, I want to document it, and it doesn't allow me to come back one step to see what I have just done. So I really don't enjoy it, but let's just do it one more time. Here, PIDP. And PIDP at the lower end. Right, then we click on enter. So a screen appears showing the confirm quantity and difference quantity. Press F1 to confirm. You are returned to the screen for the confirmation of the source bin. The system requires you to confirm the destination handling unit. Alright, so let's save this. PIDP, right? Search HU, product, destination HU. Alright, what do they want us to do right now? Press F1 to confirm. I think I'm lost. Yeah, I think I'm lost somehow in this variety frequency. I'm not really good at that, so yeah, my bad for that. I don't even know how I can move on with in this jungle of this one. If I'm going to have PIDP here and I click on enter and see the actual and different quantity, I click on save or change. Press F1 to save and confirm. Yes. And then the system requires you are returned to the screen for the confirmation of the source bin. The system requires you to confirm the destination HU. Alright, so we come back here. Then back to the right screenshot. Okay, so we have now the quantity is 80. What we do need to do now is enter the destination handling unit and press enter. The system create a new warehouse task for the missing quantity. Right, this is a destination handling unit. I probably need to enter it here and enter. What is it? Yeah, I know I struggle a lot, but I want to finish this, so let's do it together. Create next 80. PIDP, yeah, save. So what do I do now? This is my destination handling unit. I simply click on enter, it is okay. Verify source bin. The shortcut, but I don't know how to navigate to all of this, so this is really bad, yeah, from my side. And also the instruction is not really clear if I run into something, right? Yeah, I'm just stuck here. I don't know how to move on. In the source handling unit, press enter. Okay. Confirm the product and press enter. Yeah, okay, press enter on the product. I don't know what I need to give there in the product. Should I give 20 here or product verification? To be honest, I'm lost here. Yeah. How can I confirm this destination handling unit? Verify the source bin. Do I need to give in the source bin like this? And product as well. TEW 14/18. Oh my god. Okay, now I understand. This is the trick inside the radio frequency. It means that, okay, to verify this, I need to enter the source bin manually, which is exactly the same. So which is mean verifying. So this is probably the different warehouse task. So I'm giving the actual quantity here, and I am going to confirm the source storage bin 020 0020 03 03 01. Source unit is the same. The product, okay, I'm giving the product again, and the destination handling unit is 64055. Click on enter, and here I have the actual unit, the destination bin. All right, it means that all right, let me open up a new tab, and to verify or confirm the task, give exactly the same value, and then I go to this section. Okay, so a lot of tricks. So verify the destination bin. Okay, 90 20 0001 good issue zone. Enter. Good issue zone, and destination handling unit is 64055. It means that probably in reality there will be someone who is scanning all the label and the barcode, and it will then verify or confirm the exact same handling unit number. But here we don't have any mobile device. I'm just showing you my screen doing all this radio frequency mobile device simulation manually. So therefore I need to give every this empty field the exact same thing I have received here. So click on enter again, enter one more time. Here we are. So that could be everything from it. Let's now document the quantity in the original source bin and the status of the bin. Check if the bin is blocked. Alright, finally we have finished with that radio frequency topic. I hope that I have done that correctly, and so to confirm that, we probably need to, let me maybe refresh this warehouse order. I'm not sure if this is going to be, this is already completed as you can see here. And if I check the the stock and bin based on the physical stock and give the material directly and select, as you can see here, I have two new bins. Okay. Why am I here? Can I go back? Okay, let me go back one and I will show you one more time regarding stock and bin and physical stock. Alright, so I have here two handling units that we have seen earlier. One of that having the quantity 80 pieces, and the second one having the 20 pieces, where we pick firstly from this we pick 80 from the source bin 001, and secondly we pick the 80 from the 030301, and therefore the left quantity is 80, and for the first one we pick 80 and the left is 20, but actually it should be 0, and nevertheless this should be blocked for further processing. I'm not sure if I can see the block here. I don't think so, but at least that it has already picked the Trinity stock removal. This is lock for removal, and there's someone when they want to do the inventory posting or checking it, they will need to see this as storage bin in reality, and if they don't see the 20 pieces, they need to erase this quantity and remove the block from this storage bin. And I think for the 0303 we don't have that particular block here, since it's work normally and we have picked 20 pieces of it outside, which you can see here in this handling unit, which is ready already in the good issue zone, ready for the customer orders. Alright, a little bit tricky with this vario frequency step that we have seen here with the pick denial process. As I said, all this step with the radio frequency is a little bit tricky when we want to confirm something. I think in reality you have a scan, you scan the QR code or the barcode, then you will go to the next step. But here in this visualization within the EWM, you need to enter the source bin, the product, the actual quantity, everything, or even the destination handling unit manually in the empty field to confirm it, and click on enter to move with the further process. A little bit tricky, but after you know the trick, it is fine. Alright, so I'm going to call it a day. I hope you have learned something new today as I do, because I also stuck with this step earlier in projects when I was doing some step just for my testing purpose and not relevant for my own task, since I'm not an EWM consultant, but sometimes I do want to do the packing, picking, and postcode issue, so I can create the invoice in sales and distribution module. But yeah, I'm happy that something new has been learned today, a little bit struggle, a lot of time going through with it. I hope you don't mind watching it, but eventually it is worth it. Alright, and I hope you like the content. If you do, please give me a like and subscribe to the channel so I could have more motivation building the channel and prepare the content for you. Yeah, that could means a lot to me. So as always, thank you very much and see you in the next one. Have a nice day. Bye.